Hi, and welcome back to My Sweden, where this week we'll be hoisting a canoe, replacing the fuse box as well as the stove, shooting some clay pigeons, and trying to rescue a stuck drone. Let's start with the fuse box and the stove. The existing fuse box was of the old variety with ceramic fuses. We occasionally had issues where a fuse would blow and we would have some trouble finding it since it was hard to see. So we had it replaced with a newer fuse box and I made a cupboard around it so it looks a bit more tidy. Another reason we wanted the fuse box replaced was because we wanted to replace our stove, and it felt better to do that after everything was upgraded and checked. Let's first have a look at the old stove. The old stove worked fine, even though the window of the oven door was loose. So it didn't need replacing because it didn't work, it's just something we really wanted. But not to worry, this one has found a new home with one of our neighbors. After removing the old stove and taking delivery of the new one, the electrician had to come back to draw an extra cable to the outlet. But after that, our new wider induction stove and oven was ready for us to enjoy. A few days ago we bought this canoe here behind me, Canadian canoe. And it's about 5 meters and a bit. So I thought it would be convenient, instead of storing it on the second floor of the barn where we would store things that we don't need all year and we need to store away, where the camera is now. It would be quite a hassle since it's so long that we need two people, and yeah, so that in my mind wasn't an option. So my next thought was to store it up there, just on a hoist. So I checked Amazon and I bought a hoist. Most of them are made for smaller kayaks, but they all claim to be able to lift about 50 kilograms. We weighed this and it's round about 40-ish kilograms, so that should be fine. So the next challenge is putting the hoist up there on the roof beams. As you see, I've got the ladder set up there already, but it's we're going to have to see how I'll be able to reach that in the first place and comfortably and safely work. So yeah, I might have to come up with a different spot for the hoist, but we'll see. So yeah, we bought this canoe so that we can go out on the lake with the two of us. Should be plenty of space for two people, two dogs, and a bit of luggage to do some paddling on the lake, and maybe some larger canoe tours with some overnight camping with the tent. So that's the idea, and then we'll just have it on the shore of the lake, summertime, like when the water's liquid anyway, and then when autumn and winter start setting in, we'll just take it back in with the quad, hoist it up there, and then it can stay there for half a year or however long, and then we can easily take it down. The door of the barn is over there, so that's why I wanted it here, because then we can just pull it down, carry it out, put it on the cart behind the quad, drive it to the lake, and then we'll have it there. So without further ado, I'll try to find some materials, and then I'll see how I can reach the spot where I need to put it all together. So this system, and most of them that were on the website were designed for ceilings maximum 3 meters, and this is a bit higher. So I already knew that I was going to have to make some adjustments. So there's this rope which controls this hoist, and then there wasn't enough rope left for the other one, so I first tried it with this blue bit of rope, but it was a bit too coarse, so it would get stuck. So now I have a plastic wrapped steel cable, which also doesn't run as smooth as this rope, but I think it will work fine, especially when there's some weight on it. But I think the whole design of this hoist is also kind of flawed, or at least not very convenient, because you would have to pull at the 2 ropes at the same time, and then maybe one slips and it's a bit higher than the other. So my plan was to use, let's see, where do I have it? Ah, here. To use this boat winch that I found in the barn. So that's used to winch your boat onto your trailer. So that already has some gearing. So I think that maybe I might not need the snatch block system thing here, because that already divides the weight into 2. So 40 kilos, you only have to lift 20, but then with the gearing of that that winch, then you might just have to winch for an entire afternoon to get this up. Maybe I'll first see how it feels hoisting the canoe up like this, and then I can make a decision. Well, I'd say that's quite heavy. It's not impossible, but it's not comfortable. So I'll have to find a better way. I am at the point where I'm going to test it again. So.
Aha!
Yeah, this is high enough.
Yeah, I would think so. Very cool. awesome job.
I thought it would be fun for myself and visiting family and friends to be able to do some shooting without having to go to a range and without it being limited to paper targets or other immobile shooting. So I bought a cheap manual clay pigeon launcher to see if it was something I would enjoy. I just had to find the right spot for it. I thought it would be nice to try to film during the evening, but it was quite windy and obviously I couldn't see where I was going, so I flew backwards into a tree and the drone got stuck there. So we managed to save the drone, but the gimbal is broken, so there won't be much more drone footage in the future probably. I think I can still use it for some still shots, but action shots or actual flying shots are not going to work. I might have to send it for repair, but we'll see. That was too bad. I tried to make some nice walking the dogs in the dark kind of footage, but alas, that's not the first time that's going to happen to a drone, and not the last time, I suspect. But hey, now I'll just walk the dogs normally without a drone.